This season is really good. Like, yeah, it's only the start of it, but it's been a blast so far. I haven't felt this passionate about the game since season 1 of the chapter. The game currently has everything I like about it in a single season. Chaotic and fun weapons, interesting new locations, and a spectacular battle pass. However, there's something else that makes the season great. An Ice Spice emote. 10 out of 10 season. What I actually meant was collabs. Collabs don't make a season worse, they usually just make it more fun, especially if I'm a fan of the collab. Look, if a collab ruins a season for you just because you don't know or like its source material, then that's pretty immature. Anyways, I've come to discuss something else. Since collabs are one of my favorite parts of the game, I've decided to tell you my most wanted collabs for this season. Now this isn't going to be a normal wishlist video. There's some rules. I can't just say any random character. They have to either be relevant to the season's themes, in this case spies, or said collabs used to be doing something relevant during the season's time frame for me to include it on the list, like releasing a new movie. So let's get started with my first collab. Anime collabs are never going to stop, and that's a good thing for an anime watching nerd like me. Why would Epic slow down on them? They always generate a lot of hype and talk, always liven up the game with some sort of new mythic, and they often bring a lot of new players just so they can check out their favorite anime characters. So if any anime had to collab with Fortnite next, I think Spy X Family is perfect. It literally has spy in the name. Do I really need to explain it? I guess I will explain it. Starting with the obvious, the main character of the show is a literal spy, and the other is an assassin who literally infiltrates buildings. The anime was also wildly successful, so that's definitely enough to justify it alone. Most importantly though, the second season is dropping in October. Epic loves to coincide new collab releases when they know the collab will be talked about. Spy Family is also collabing with Street Fighter 6, so I think it's more than possible for it to happen. I'd be surprised if it didn't happen because I don't know why they would wait until the release of the new movie in December after the Spy season is done. I'm also a fan of this series, so I love to see it get added. Speaking of new movies, there's a certain one releasing this October. One that's been in development for years and has been hyped up for a while now, especially after the trailers. Yeah, I'm talking about Saw X, baby. I'll talk about Freddy Fazbear FNAF later, don't worry. But yeah, Saw X. From a likely collab to a damn near impossible one, Saw is probably never going to happen, but I really wanted to. Look, I love this series, and although it isn't my favorite horror franchise, I would still love to see it. The problem is, if you don't know, Saw is a really gory, bloody, and graphic film, something Fortnite doesn't really want to be really associated with. However, Fortnite is very much lacking with horror icons, and while the Universal monsters were a nice touch, I want more. So with Fortnitemares happening this season, I think it's about damn time we get some horror icons in this game. Give me Ghostface, give me Freddy Krueger, give me Jason, even though he's in legal limbo. Leatherface will be a great collab for this Halloween because his game just came out. Also, my favorite horror icon in franchise is getting his 3rd season of his TV show this October, Chucky. Although I don't know how Chucky will work in this game, maybe just add Jonesy in a good guy suit. I would love to see any of these guys get added into the game in any capacity. Stop being cowards, Epic, and give me the goddamn slashers I love. Going from horror to something even more horrifying, I need to discuss some more anime collabs. One Piece is on top of the world right now. Although I've only seen up to Skypedia, I think right now is the perfect time for a collab to happen. The live action show just released and it's being critically acclaimed for being actually kinda good, and the anime just had a big moment with the most recent episodes and fights. Overall, One Piece is one of the biggest things to talk about right now. So I think it would be a huge missed opportunity if Fortnite doesn't do one soon. Though that creative map announcement doesn't make me that hopeful. I do wonder if they'll use the live action designs or the anime designs. I think it'd be fun if they added both. Going from an anime I don't know much about to one I absolutely fucking love. Attack on Titan needs a second wave. Now, while the final episode doesn't have a confirmed release date, it will release within the next couple of months. Honestly, it doesn't matter when it drops, because I just want a second wave to fix some things that I didn't like from the original wave. Firstly, I want Titan skins. I'm okay with not getting a transformation emote, but I want the actual Titans. A 3-pack with the Colossal, Armored, and Female Titan would be perfect. Attack on Titan is literally about the Titans, and the initial wave just excluding them. Not even giving us a spray or an emoji. I'd also like to see more characters like Armin, Reiner, and Annie make their way into the game. Also, give me Season 4 Aaron with the coat and man bun. This design looks so sick and I'm okay waiting for it as long as we eventually get it. This would also give him the perfect opportunity to bring back the ODM gear, which was one of my favorite mythics. I don't know how likely it is, but Epic does like to follow up their anime collabs with a second wave, and with the recent rumor about the second My Hero Academia wave, it looks like they aren't stopping that trend anytime soon. So please, give me a second wave to one of my favorite animes ever. Marvel collabs are always an inevitability. No matter how many they add, they will always find a way to add one more. So if we can't stop it, why not embrace it? If we're going to have to get a Marvel skin this season, I think Spider-Man PS4 would be perfect. The sequel is right around the corner and it looks to be one of the most hyped up games of the year. I also really love the suit design in the original game, even though they'll probably add the redesigned suit from the second game. We could also get Miles as a second skin and a Venom skin since I love Insomniac's design. I don't know how the legal jumbo would work out since this is a design from another game company, but that's for Epic to figure out. I'd love to play as these versions of the character, especially since Epic loves adding more and more Spider-Man characters. Okay, let's talk about FNAF. Look, I'm not a huge fan of FNAF, and it's definitely not because it still scares me. Totally. The only reason I have been so interested in the series is because of its lore. The story surrounding FNAF is so interesting because it's very detailed for something as simple as a game that's mostly just about jump scares. FNAF has entered the iconic status among gaming, and its movie that's been stuck in development hell for years is finally releasing this Halloween. And it looks very hype, even for someone like me who knows the bare minimum about the series. You know what would be perfect to coincide with it? A Fortnite collab, of course. FNAF has been one of the most requested collabs throughout Fortnite's entire history. There's even some skins that share a suspicious resemblance to FNAF characters. I think a collab would do good for both of the series. But something I do know about FNAF is that collabs are not common, if they've even happened at all. I don't know why FNAF has just never crossed over with anything despite the amount of merch that has been made for it, but it just doesn't seem like a thing the series does. So, will Fortnite be the one who can finally break the curse and get a FNAF collab with the movie? Maybe, but I don't know. It would be very fitting, and I could honestly see it becoming one of Fortnite's most popular collabs ever. Now on to my last collab, a collab that perfectly fits my need. It's themed to the season and it's receiving a new project soon, the one and only Spy Kids. It's Persona 5. I don't know how clear I've made it on this channel, but I'm a huge fucking fan of this game. It's one of my favorite pieces of media ever. To say this collab would make me happy is a very big understatement. This would genuinely be a dream collab. It perfectly fits the spy theme, as in the game you're supposed to sneak around the palaces to infiltrate and steal the treasures located in these palaces. That's sort of similar to what you do at the new locations. Secondly, Persona 5 is getting a new spin-off this November, and while it technically releases after the Fortnite season ends, Fortnite can maybe release it a bit earlier, who knows. Plus, the visual style of Persona 5 is an iconic part of the game's identity, and it'd be cool if they did what they did with Borderlands and completely redesign one of the new locations to fit the style of Persona 5. This is my most wanted collab of the season. And no, that announcement video you saw on Twitter wasn't real. If we do get this collab this season, I'd be more than willing to call this season my favorite of the chapter and one of the best of all time. So that's who I want to see or think we'll see during this season. The only ones I have a lot of faith in is honestly Spy Family, but who knows, I could be right about all of them or none of them will actually get added. It's fun to speculate and discuss who I think will join Fortnite next though. Anyways, I gotta go now.